mentioned, I'm Bill Delo with IBI Group. We were retained by the City of San Clemente to look at different needs for transportation and mobility in the future, both within the City of San Clemente and a larger area within South Orange County, and as well to look at what alternatives might exist, primarily focused on roadway type improvements to meet those mobility needs in the future as a potential alternative to the toll road. As Stan mentioned, IBI is a transportation planning firm. We've been in Orange County since 1978. I've been with IBI for 17 years and have over 20 years of experience working in Orange County on transportation and mobility solutions. We could bring up Mike is with me. He's a senior project manager and led our efforts on this study, and he'll be a resource if there's any clarifying questions on our study later on this evening. Another one with the green. Yep, there you go. So the title of our study was the San Clemente Arterial and Mobility Study. It was a study that was done to really kind of understand the baseline conditions in the future, the year 2040, so about 25 years in the future, with and without a potential extension of State Route 241. We wanted to identify and develop potential roadway alternative, what we call packages or groups of improvements that would be defined or proposed to improve mobility within the city and South County, and compare those alternatives to a potential extension of the 241, and then provide the city with our findings and conclusions. So our work was done with OCTA, with using their travel demand model. They have a regional model that measures and forecasts transportation demand throughout the county, so within San Clemente and throughout Orange County and into the adjacent counties. And we utilized OCTA's regional model because it is the established and adopted model for long-range transportation planning within Orange County. And we looked at and used that model to compare different results for what we define to be our overall study area, the citywide, and then along specific key corridors, freeways and arterials within the city and within our larger study area. And we looked at a very high level at several different key metrics that I'll walk through a little bit here on the next slide. There's three key ones that we looked at. The first is vehicle miles traveled. This is basically all the miles that all the cars that are driving in one day travel, irregardless of how far people go. And this is a key metric for us and for transportation planning professionals, because it is tied to the amount of emissions that vehicles release into the air, creating smog, creating greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, and so forth. So it's a number that ideally, from a transportation planning perspective, we're looking to reduce in the future. Vehicle hours traveled, very similar, but a metric that's based upon the time that people travel. So not just the distance that they're traveling, but the amount of time that they're traveling each day. And then vehicle hours delayed, which is a really key one, is related to those two, but as people are traveling in their time or in their distance, how many hours are they spending being delayed, traveling less than the average speed or the typical speed you would expect for them to travel along a particular roadway or freeway. So we looked at several different networks, and sure, they're a little small, so I'll walk through what we looked at here. The one on the left is what we term the baseline do-nothing alternative. So this was a roadway network that equated to what existed in the year 2012, which was the base year of the model. So if you'll see on there,